Right. We are live and I'm just setting up as usual. Everybody who's seen all my 100 interviews, I just keep setting up. Something starts echoing. I have to fix that. Setting up. Yeah, there it is. We're live. All right. Hi, everyone. I've been doing these self-portrait workshops and meeting these incredible people, all mums and not mums as well. Some of them are not mums. But the last 5 workshops of self-portrait is making me meet these incredible humans who are coming forward in their own message, in their own right, very, very powerful, always showing up with their full potential right online, and then took a step to take self-portrait to make it one more step up in their showcase in their authentic way. And that's what we do. We come together and introduce these women I keep meeting, because I feel when I meet them and I know them a little more and I keep following them on Facebook, I just am in awe of what all a human can come up with. And this is also a very unique way of stepping into your authenticity and finding more about yourself. It's just self-discovery tool that we are bringing in together. But more than that, I'm here to present you 5 visual voices. I'm the 5th one, but 4 of these incredible women I've met. And this was a long due showcase, but time has come. I'm back in action. Lots was happening. We are here, and welcome Linda, Christine, Michelle, Kartika. It's been wonderful knowing you guys. It's been so wonderful. I've been following all of you, even if I don't comment. And I see your messages are so beautiful. Linda, I just watch I keep watching it in the middle of the night when you go live with Therese a lot of times. And Christine and Michelle is there in a lot of my Zoom sessions together. We keep meeting up, and Kartika is also moving forward in full power. So not taking too much time, it's going to be just a 25-minute live, most likely. I would like to present the final show of the self-portrait. Stage is all yours, all of you. And I wish I can tag as many people to listen to your message now and post. So all the best. And I'm taking live. It starts with Christine, and the stage is going to be yours. I'm just going to share the screen and present this beautiful, beautiful showcase. All right. Right here. 9 visual voices. Can all of you see it? Is it visible? Yeah.
Yes.
So 9 visual voices, because these are voices of these women through their pictures and their showcase and their authenticity. They're not spoken words, but they are in our full potential. We are showing up visually, and that's why I call it the visual voices. And that's what's going to get presented. There are some new people around me these days watching. I think this is coming up in 2. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. We're doing 2 pictures. So it's coming 2 together. Universe just helped me do that. I didn't know how to do this. So there we are. This is my portrait work, introducing people who know me. And there are lots of new people who are joining every day. I'm a photographer. I'm a portrait photographer. I've been working with human face for 22 years. And I'm still very fascinated with what it can bring to the world. And that's why self-portrait is one of my favorite tools now, because it also adds themselves from their view, what it is and how they want to show up. And it is a very vulnerable journey sometimes, and it does take courage to step in this. Believe me, all of them know that it does take courage to come out like this and do it. So just a glimpse of my work. I also teach iPhone photography, and through that, that's the route I took and finally reached pivoting online, teaching self-portrait. So it's showcase time. And Christine, I think it does, and both the pictures coming in. Let me just view it, and single page. That's better, because showcase time came with Christine. All right, Christine, stage is yours. Please let the world know who you are, what your message is, and what is this picture all about, and how I love this picture anyway. But what is this picture all about, and how did you come about with self-portrait?
So I am Kristen Wood. I'm in the United States, and I'm a health and life coach. I work with women that struggle with weight loss and it's now affecting their health, and I help them get lasting weight loss results so that they can go forward and enjoy living their life. And I came across, I just wanted to show myself. I felt like I needed to show that I was a product of my process, and taking pictures of myself just didn't feel natural at all. So I found the workshop and started it to I wanted to figure out how to take a picture of myself. And what I found was that I was stuck in this, like from the time I was a child, that you had to pose for a picture. You had to pose and be still. And really what I like are the just natural, that it's just candid kind of pictures. And so that's kind of what I got out of the workshop, was just how to be a little more not staged. And I mean, this picture was just totally playing around that with the shadow. I mean, we were taught different things that we could use in the pictures, and the whole shadow concept was something I hadn't thought of. And so I was just playing around trying to get a shadow. And my message for women is just that their age, just because we age does not mean that we have to gain weight, that you can lose the weight and you can lose it naturally without all the diet supplements and the shakes and pills and powders. You can do it naturally if you just use your body the way that God designed it to be used.
So I'm just going to take the second picture as well. And then talk once you finish talking about the little journey coming till here, so that we can just know how it all went. So you can talk about this picture and how this picture came about and how you felt when you did this. It's a beautiful picture.
Well, this picture was actually in June. I became an affiliate with a collagen company. And this picture was after I'd been using the collagen for several weeks. I was like, oh, I actually have a glow back to myself, and that's where this picture came about.
Christine, I mean, you're so much about bringing health to the world, and you believe in it so positively about how world should shine with their own light, and it's possible to do it at any age. And for me, it's a very proud moment to be walking with you, to want to do these pictures, because I know there have been wonderful moments where we have to do this. And when you came up with that half picture right there, I was blown away, because it takes courage to put your picture right out there and say, that's my self-portrait. And do you think, because your shadow shows everything, your shadow shows your smile, your shadow shows how you're feeling, and just a glimpse of you is the whole of you. And that's what we need to bring into the world. That we don't need to always show up in a box way. And you took the courage to cut it off right there with hardly showing, but everything showing. So I'm very, very proud to present this picture. It's definitely one of my very favorite pictures, Christine, in self-portrait workshops. So thank you for bringing that. Thank you so much for bringing that. And I am tagging more people to get in live, and that's why. So let's go next to Michelle. And before I talk about Michelle and get her picture out, I must say that I remember when I was doing the workshop, Michelle, and you just say, I just realized that I need to thank my feet. I've not been nice to them, and I've not been taking them in the pictures. And I so remember that, that you wanted to be grateful to your legs and said sorry to them during the workshop. And that's been a very beautiful moment for me as well, because you did it with so much honesty. That it definitely became one of my moments I remember from all the workshops. So let me present your picture, and what's your journey? What's your message? Your message is beautiful of joy, but let's just hear from you. Who are you? And I just want to let the audience know, because I'm going to work hard and make a lot of people see replays. A lot of people are waking up and a lot of people are winding up at this time. But I would request that I would be putting all the links, joining their groups. Please join this group. This is a showcase. These are the beautiful women I've met. So we will put them. So Michelle, the stage is yours, and let's present her picture. Michelle.
Right. Well, hello. I'm so pleased and honored to be here with you all. I'm Michelle. I'm Michelle Veyne. I was born in Paris and have lived in Paris for about 65 years and moved a few years ago. I'm 72, and I was so happy discovering what you can do with pictures. Well, I've always been taking masses of pictures and then choosing the ones I loved. I don't like posting. My husband is always waiting. You say, do this, do that, and I hate that. So I like it the way it is, and that's it. So anyhow, what did I learn with the self-portrait workshop? It was really a discovery. I had absolutely no idea, even if we had a beautiful workbook, to discover and see what it was going to be about. I kept it as a suspense, to see what was going to happen. And I learned that my face, my body, all that there is to be seen from me is a part of my being and my being on this beautiful planet. And it is my mission, I have discovered that it's my mission to love myself, to love that person that I show to the world. And I'm part of that world, and I have to bring what this person that I am brings to the world. And I did not like very much everything in it. For a long time, my light has been hidden because I was a disturbing person. I was too fast, too quick, too funny, too. And so I had reduced myself, and I'm little by little recovering many things. And I had not thought of recovering loving my face on the photo. So that was a big thing. And so I've been showing up, as an efficient, engaged, responsible woman, professional, spouse, coach, mom, grandma, whatever, you name it. I mean, everything. I was a sort of a French Shiva, I would say. I've never imagined the immense benefit of loving myself for who I am. And, at any moment, any year, any time. And so I discovered that to be bold, and because it was being bold for me to say what I said at that workshop, and to have a strong inner warrior that was fighting against my being bold, particularly in those special moments. And so anyhow, I said, well, that you're there to show up. So show what there is, and whether you like it or not, just play full in. And I did. And I posted, on the self-portraits Facebook group, a photo of me, which is not what I like, which is me when I'm, not really happy and, wanting to make things move. And, I'm not a funny person then. And I realized really that that helped me to find out that whether I want to hide it or not, I have a very strong inner warrior. And I have some other parts in myself, which I know I have a very stubborn one too, which sometimes is very helpful to be determined. And, of course, I like the inner joyful me is the one that I love best. And that's part of my signature, I would say. That's really a very big part of me, because that's thanks to joy that I have been overcoming many challenges that life has put on my journey. And so this self-portrait was very special, and it was a deep experience of self-discovery, of self-acceptance. And what could I say? And I very much appreciated, Shika, how delicate, how graceful, how respectful you've been, and the whole group has been, because you're really touching deep, deep, deep in people's identity, in mine anyhow. So, and I just now understand that I deserve to be feeling precious and to be loving myself. And that's a big thing. So what did change in my perspective? It was very confronting, because I had to accept some things that I knew about, but I had not allowed and accepted and embraced and now loved in me, which I have done. So the effect of that workshop have been very, very much more than just a few nice hours and great hours with the other people and with you, Shika. So another thing is that I don't put makeup because I hate it. I feel I can't breathe with that stuff. But my makeup is really to look nice, and I put my makeup on, which is not a mask, but some kind of. And I understand that it doesn't help, because whatever people can see behind my mask, just the same as you said previously to Christine, her shadow shows so much more than her other, makeup photos. And so it has helped me to reconnect to my real own joy and to share it in a very much more natural, authentic way. And when there's no joy, well, there may be some other thing, and that's okay. And I can like that because you can't always be laughing and joyful. So my message to the world would be, choose you first. Find out how amazing you are, how resourceful you are, whatever happened in your life. It has made you, it has built you. You're just like a sculpture, and it started like a fabulous, fantastic stone, and now you're little by little making it into a beautiful jewel, beautiful. In fact, aging is refining and reconnecting to the beauty that we got when we were born. And I would say that joy, that it is limitless. We just have to go and ask and tap into it. And it is our responsibility to go and get it, love it, live it, and be grateful for everything that it can bring us, particularly when we're not feeling joyful. We just have to call, say, hello, Joy, where are you? And then up, you get it. And it really helps to be very, very much more happy in your life. And, I'll soon be launching a challenge, a 3-day challenge with Joy. And I would be happy to have anyone here, joining in. And that's it. And have a joyful time.
There's one more picture coming in, but I would definitely urge everybody to join all these. It's not for the saying of saying, I'm saying, because I have been very blessed to meet some incredible people and the work they're doing through my self-portrait workshop and know them a step deeper. And all of them are doing a great job. I'm definitely joining your challenge, Michelle, and would love to get you back on if that helps you to bring more people, because joy is something that more we spread, the better it gets. So all of us must spread it. And I must say this, that for you, I can definitely vouch that you've come a long way in many ways. And I must tell the audience, just yesterday I was telling her, Michelle, can we just have a little full length image from you? The day before, she's like, okay, I'll try. It's never no, she doesn't say no. And then because both of them were close-ups, and I was like, can I just have one full length? And the next picture that comes is she took the courage to be full length. And then we all know that Michelle was in the group, for her to just step out of the box was a big thing. So here it is, an achievement, and what a beautiful picture. And she presents her self-portrait with her. That's your grandchild, I believe, Michelle.
Yes,
and
that's it.
It's literally made me very emotional that you were all up for it, because the resistance never showed, even if I get like in a day's time, and you said, I'm up for it. And then there it is. And I think Linda knows you closely, and she can definitely vouch for the fact that this is a big leap, because from just close-ups and being comfortable there to walk out, and here I am fully in my life. So I'm very proud of this picture, Michelle, and thank you for not letting resistance come in the way and say bye-bye resistance, and we will show up, because we must show up the way we are, who we are. And it's not about makeup or not makeup, it's all about showing up just the way we are, just the way we want to. And then when we want to, it's also not about taking a lot of pictures, it's about when we do, we should be free. And that's what these workshops are. Whenever we go in front of the camera, we must be free. Nothing should stop us from doing whatever we want to do. And that's what this journey is all about. So thank you, Michelle. Very, very proud of this picture. It really made me emotional, because I was just like, am I pushing her a little? Am I just like putting it on the slide? And then it was you still going ahead and taking this self-portrait. So next is yet another beautiful woman, Linda. I follow her. I just love the grace she has. I love the boldness she's in. And, a lot of times when they are live, it's actually 11 o'clock in the night for me. So I'm just sneaking in the bed and I'm listening to them, and her and Therese. And I just love the way, in spite of no matter what, Linda has embraced life. And she's just gone forward and just saying that this is what it is and this is how we do it, and just been her authentic self in so many ways. So Linda, Beautiful, beautiful Linda. She's also been very bold with her self-portrait. So next present picture is right here with Linda presenting her bold picture right there, all red, right? Dropping and expressing just the way she wants to. Linda, the stage is yours. Please tell everyone what this picture is all about and what the journey and your message for the world, please.
Sure. Good morning, good evening, whatever it is where you are. I'm Linda Shira Martuge. I just celebrated my 70th birthday on Saturday, and actually I'm still having celebrations. I have family that came in from out of town. They actually threw me a surprise birthday party, so I was blown away. Lots of good pictures. Let's see, I was born and raised in New York, lived in Arizona for 23 years, and I'm currently in Florida. Let's see, this picture, well, let me go back and say that I never thought about what was behind taking a picture, like the feelings or the message. I always loved taking pictures, and for the most part, for the memories to look back on. But through this workshop, it made me really think that there's so much more when you look at a picture. So keep that in mind when I was taking pictures going forward. You know, the feeling and then the message that the particular picture tells you. And I think that the other big thing was, it's not about selfies. I mean, I was big on snapping selfies, and just turning that camera around and taking a picture, it just gives you such a different feeling. So this particular picture, I was meditating over a salt lamp, and it kind of glows pink, or in this case, red. And it just, I was overwhelmed, and I said, I have to capture this somehow. So this wasn't a selfie, this was actually taking a picture. So I was meditating, and it just brought back so many memories, and I got really emotional about it, and I'm trying not to do that right now. So a lot of meaning behind it. And when I was thinking about what pictures I wanted to share and post, I was like, I don't know if I want to be that vulnerable and put that out there, but that's one of my goals, is becoming more vulnerable so I can share me with the world, because for years and years and years, actually decades, I didn't. So that's one of my breakthroughs and one of the learnings that I had through this workshop. It's become one of my favorite pictures, actually.
Mine as well. I keep saying it, but yeah, this is a very, it's a very bold picture as well. So to be wanting to share that, thank you, but you can go ahead. It's one of the bold pictures of our workshops for sure. But yes, I love it.
And this has helped going through this workshop, because over the past several years, I've been working on breaking down barriers, and just, as Michelle had said, being more out there, and just being who I am and being okay with that, not worrying about what other people are thinking. Oh my God, what are they going to say? What do they think about me? So just part of what one of my messages is just be yourself and let people see who you are, because there's beauty in all of us. And I'll do more on that later. And again, it kind of shows the inner me. A lot of the times when I took pictures, it was just, this is me on the outside. This is what you see, but through this, there are stories to be told. And I think, not that I think, I know now, as I'm taking more pictures, I'm capturing more of that, even when I'm taking pictures of other people. And the other thing is, pictures, I realized that they don't have to be perfect. Because I would always, thumb through, no, that's bad, that, look at my eye here, look at that there, because I wanted to look really good and have people see that. So again, becoming more vulnerable and letting people see who I truly am. And there's also, I think, that's my 5 minutes already.
That's okay. That's okay. You can go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there is so much, not so much being said, but not verbally, as you said before. So the visual speaking is really, for me, kind of overwhelming, and maybe overwhelming is not the right word. Powerful. That's the word.
Yeah.
And my message to people is be you. Age is just a number. And as I get older, I'm realizing that even more because I am doing so much more the older I get. And it's like amazing. And the work that I do with Therese on our lives on Wednesday, we do face yoga, and we just started doing some workshops about makeup and the body and skincare and just the whole picture of how you can just age beautifully. So we're teaming up on that, and it's been so much fun.
Yeah. And I must say this, that I'm really waiting for your journey to unfold, because all these images, rather than, hundreds and thousands of those images which we put ourselves in front of and we just keep smiling like that, there's so many of them. And then I'm sure when you look back to the whole lot of thousands of pictures and you look back at this and the next picture that's coming up, they just stand out, and they're just so real you. But they're more than that when you showcase them. This is for the world, these stories and messages. I get so many messages from these self-portraits for myself. Not like you guys are expressing it, but I, as a viewer, I'm just like, look at that. Like, that's what it can be. And it comes across as a story without words. And it just stirs something inside, and feel more responsible to just produce more inspiration for the world when we're showing up. Even if they have no time to read, they definitely have 1 second to see. And in that 1 second, many things can get solved and resolved and inspired. So thank you for even stepping into it and wanting to do it. And right opposite to that, there's another picture of Linda. Right opposite to totally that is Linda holding a real butterfly. And look at the expression, and look at her, just looking at it and, admiring the whole thing. And that's what I'm saying. Who says that you stop living at 70, right? At 70, still things are moving around. You can admire them. So Linda, just quickly about this picture. What is this picture? And let's take that.
Actually, this was based upon one of my sisters was raising butterflies, and we would let them go as they were able to fly. And we just gave them a little message and just named them and let them go into the world. And it was just like we're birthing butterflies and making things in the world even prettier and better. And I was telling this one here in particular, fly, and I don't even remember now, but there was something in my mind saying there. And it was me actually having something free up in me and letting it go out to the world. So that was a kind of a special one too.
You know what I feel like looking at this, Linda, and I just feel like holding a butterfly, and I am unable, I've never done it. But this picture inspires me to actually want to do it. And I just wonder that, do you think butterflies go and sit in everybody's hands, or it's only some people's hands that they can go and sit in? But this was, I think it just came out probably from the lava, and they were just, I am not sure. Yeah.
And it kind of tickles your hands a little bit too. So that was a funny feeling.
See, that's the whole thing. When we keep doing these self-portraits, and I will keep urging all of you to still keep doing more and more and express it, because you can inspire. I mean, today's children see butterflies on Google and decide that they've seen monarch butterfly, transitions and everything. But to be able to find one, to hold one, to nurture one, to release one, that can get a message as inspiring as this. So thank you so much for showing up like this and creating this and trusting me and actually stepping in this.
Thank you too. You just made a whole big difference in how I look at things. So thank you.
Thanks, Linda. Thank you so much. We're going to go now to Kartika, and that's our superstar Kartika, a lawyer mom in the group. And Kartika has come a long way, right? Yes, it looks like Kartika, wherever she will stand, the self-portrait will just start oozing out, because she has so many pictures. But I would urge Kartika, because her message will, from where she's come to all the way here, of just standing up is going to inspire so many women who keep thinking that it's not possible to be like that in front of pictures. So Kartika, the stage is yours. Tell the world what you're doing. You're coming up with some new course online, I think. Tell the world
Oh,
about
yes, yes, that too as well.
it. Yeah.
So I'm a lawyer, as Shikha just said. First of all, very happy, very, very absolutely excited to be with all of you today. Amidst all the chaos, I'm still here. I'm happy and glad I could make it. Now, as Shikha rightly mentioned, I've come a long way from where I was. I have been working with, I'm a corporate lawyer, plus I also do family law as well as succession law. And the most difficult part of my practice is when I'm dealing with women who are going through domestic violence issues. To just make them understand and to dissect their brain, to bring them to a stage where they are ready to exit that marriage and that wedlock, because most of the times they are the ones who know that they are in a difficult situation, yet they're not ready to come out of it. So that's the most difficult and most stressful part of my practice. And I deal with several phone calls where they're crying, where they take me as their counselor rather than as their lawyers most of the times. And I also would go a lot of stress mentally and physically because of that. However, yes, I've learned now how to keep myself out and then, bring them out of that as well. Coming back to my work, a lot of times I would hear from women, "Oh, you're so confident. You're always oozing confidence. You always smiling." Whereas I had this inhibition that, and I told Shikha that someone told me that you should not really laugh too hard in your pictures because you don't look great. Plus, I was also told you look nicer from, I think, right side or left side or something. I don't remember, but one side is nicer and one side is not as nice. And then, yes, I hated my hands. And right after we did the self-portrait workshop and Shikha asked us to click that picture, you would not believe, Shikha, the next month I was sitting with someone with my hands freshly painted, like, freshly manicured. And the person tells me, "Oh my God, you have like lovely hands with long, beautiful fingers." And I swear to God, your face flashed in front of my eyes. I said, "My God, like we just hate ourselves so much that we just forget to admire things that, people probably look at us with a different perspective, right?" So it was that very moment that I realized, wow, I always hated my hands. And here's this person who's telling me I have beautiful hands. I said, wow, fine. Like that was a revelation. And that is when, what Michelle also said, that, we don't love, we forget to love ourselves. Also, another fact that everybody else would keep telling me, "Oh, you're like, one independent, confident woman." And I never had that idea about myself unless and until such time that Shikha told me, when I gave her 5 women that I admire. Shikha said that actually you admire them because you are like them. That's when I realized, yes, she's right. And what everyone else was saying, I was just probably not registering that myself. That was a moment, a turning point for me. And with pictures, I try to show the same happy, confident side of myself. I didn't know how to use the back camera. I would always use the front camera. I didn't know how to use the timer, the tripod. I'm now learning, struggling with it, of course, like still, but yet, I have come a long way. All the pictures that I now post on my social media are taken by me. Nobody is helping me now anymore. Earlier, I used to ask my son or my husband. And when I was in Dubai, my nanny used to click all my pictures on a daily basis. She became a much better photographer. But now, of course, I rely on my skills that I have learned from Shikha. Plus, I feel that when we are clicking our pictures now with a different perspective about ourselves, they come out much nicer. Because if you're happy from within, if you're loving yourself, if you love yourself, what you are, it just gives your picture a different, I don't know, but they are much nicer. And people now tell me that, you've been clicking some great pictures. Who's the one clicking them? I said, yeah, I can proudly tell you that it's only me. and I smile, I laugh, I do whatever I want to. I don't now see whatever the left and the right is better or not, what I'm wearing, how I'm looking. I remember that first picture that Shikha asked us to post the next morning, where I had oiled my hair and I was wearing a very funny top for yoga. I still posted it. And it was only my inhibition probably that would have stopped me from posting it. But I realized people who commented on it looked beyond all that, and they commented about other things like, wow, you do yoga every day. Oh, you're glowing. Wow, that is so nice. I'm also going to start. Nobody commented on how I looked. It was only me who was thinking that everybody's going to say, oh my God, you look so ugly. So I that exactly what Michelle said, what, you know, that we just forget to look beyond a lot of things, right? So we just forget that there are so many things in us that we need to really love, and we need to thank ourselves, you know, for this beautiful life, for how we are placed. When I look at the women that I'm working with, I sometimes feel that yes, they must be probably envying what I have, and we forget to see the positive side of, you know, whatever we have in our lives. I'm really thankful to Shikha for it was just not a I mean, initially I thought it was just a photography course, but it was really not a photography workshop. It was much more than that. You know, I mean, we learned to really love ourselves. We learned to look at ourselves from a different perspective. And yes, one more thing that I wanted to tell everyone is that joining Shikha's 100 Mums group and then, you know, taking the self-portrait workshop gave me another brilliant idea, which I was already doing with a lot of women that I work with. I know I see women, I come across a lot of women who are working or not working, you know, but they don't know how to take care of their life, or take charge of their life rather, financially and independently on their own. In a lot of decisions, they are dependent on their male counterparts, whether it is their husband, father, sons, brothers, friends, sometimes colleagues. I am now, what I was teaching them, you know, behind whatever I was doing with them on the legal side, I would also, you know, sit with them and take them through life journey, where after divorce, or let's say, you know, if they're getting married, what they should do, or if they're starting a new business, how they should take care of it or take charge of it, or secure the business, you know, financially for future. Now I'm developing a course for the same. I'm coming up with a new online course for women who, you know or who are looking to know how to secure their lives financially, and how to just, you know, be self-dependent and not be dependent on their male counterparts, whoever that is in their lives. So I'm working on it. Yes, thank you so much, Linda. I'm working on it. It's a slow progress, but I hope to start it this year. And yes, I'm working with Brittany. I don't know if you all know her. She's also a part of the 100 Mums group. She's really helpful. She's a great coach. And hopefully I should be out with that. And hopefully I can help more women with that online course of mine. So,
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Kartika. And I want to tell you quickly to wrap it up. We're, I think, getting up a little mark, and everybody has this thing. But to wrap it up, what you just talked about, your hands, it happened to me. I always hated my hair. And somebody just complimented while washing my hair in the parlor. Say, oh, you have beautiful hair. I'm like, really? Okay, fine. I'm doing self-portrait workshops, so I agree with what you're saying. But, you know, it's such a journey that it just keeps tickling you and clinging you. And you have come a long way in many, many ways to embracing yourself. And hence, at this young age, you're inspiring so many people by showing up, because people want to be like you when they look at you with things and the confidence that you're oozing. So thank you for embracing it and showing up. And I still remember the first day when I told you, just whatever you're wearing, take a picture. And like, right now? You're like, yes, because Kartika is not used to just taking it right now. She's supposed to get dressed, take the side of her, you know, and then pose, and then have 2, 3, 5, 20 pictures, and then choose one. And then she did come up with this jumping picture, which was so much joy, which I wanted to use, but we changed it. But anyway, thank you so much for showing up, Kartika. That's your second picture, confident Kartika, showing up for women, standing up for them, you know, and they're in their personal journey. There's a lot of people in the comments, Lucy, Donna, all of them have taken, Terry's there. They've taken such leaps, you know, in embracing this as a tool that I just wish people could see how incredible these women are. And their pictures should be in the historical dictionary of whoever they meet. They must keep these pictures with them and say, we want to be like them, because they are so amazing. You're all so amazing. And when you show up in that full power in a visual, it can never go. I'm sure people who've seen this showcase today, these pictures will stay with them. They will recognize these pictures if they saw them after 2 months or 3 months, because they are such powerful pictures. So thank you. And I always participate because I am one of you. My journey is one of you. I've taken this journey, I'm leading this journey, but I still think it's a very deep thing that happens within, and it just keeps changing. So I am not above you, I'm with you. And I always like to put my vulnerable picture right there. So that's my showcase picture. It's a very emotional picture for me because my dad is everything. He's like my soulmate. He's like everything for me. And yes, and I'll just let you know that yes, I've cut his face a little there, and people are like, why would you want to cut his face? My biggest fear is that I'll lose him someday because he's getting old, right? So that's my biggest fear, right? And this is the passing, the picture expressing that I want his blessings in India, be blessed. I don't know anywhere in the world, but in India, be blessed by putting your hand right there. And I want his spirit. This is a picture I want to hold on very, very tight to my heart, saying that I know slowly you're passing away. There will be a time that, you're going to not be there, but I don't know how. I'm 40 years old. I don't know how not to be without him in this world. Even if I'm married, I'm away from another city, but I don't know ever how I would even have a day knowing that he's going to transition. And so this is my preparation for transition. And that's why this picture is a very emotional picture, because that's my preparation of transition, that there will be time somebody who's my soulmate will have to transition further. And I keep asking him, I talk to him a lot about it, and he keeps laughing. He's like, aren't you just too worried? You will be absolutely okay. I'm like, yeah, but a part of me will go away. So this is the way, I'm trying to bring value to self-portrait, to express, to be with your loved ones. You don't have to right there stand next to them and smile next to them and just say, oh, this is us and that's the picture. We can capture it. We can create stories. We can create emotions and pass it on. This picture will always be very valuable to me. Him in his full spirit, me with his blessings, and whatever happens, whenever happens, it has to happen. But I have holding him, and now because I know that I want more emotional pictures to pass it to my children, that this is what he meant to me. This is what it is. So whenever he comes, I try to get him to a concept picture so that I can create a whole book out of it. So that's my self-portrait and a message to the world that we can express. We are meant to express through stories, through visuals. And if we can ooze out these emotions rather than getting stuck with this is not okay, that's not okay, we are missing a very big chunk of expression. And there is no point like not having a great tool like photography and getting scared of it rather than embracing it and creating messages out of it for the world. So won't take more time. Here is all 5 visual voices with and it's been I know, but I don't know whether you guys can feel me, but I can actually very emotional seeing this, because I will wish that this only becomes multifold in its messages, and many, many people hold on to these pictures. You remember that pictures can stop a war. There was a picture that stopped Vietnam War. Always remember that. We can stop many things around us just by producing great images for people to hold on to get a message out. So love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, get you back. There are a lot of people on comments. I can't see them. I can see a lot of hearts and lots of likes, but I can't see them. I'll reply to all of you. And whoever in the comments have been with me through this journey, I'm thanking you once again. And I'm waiting for more pictures to come. Anything before all of us wrap up? Anybody has anything to say? Please say it, and then we'll wrap up out from the live. Linda, Christine. Anyway.
I just say thank you, and just meeting all the wonderful people, not only here but on the larger Facebook page. It's been wonderful, and just a sense of that community and belonging. It's really been incredible. So thank you for everything that you do and everything that everybody else has done. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We are over time, but this is an emotional time. So thank you for joining in, and I will go stop live. There have been people in comments. Let's say hi to them and what they're saying and tell the world about the journey. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you guys.